Hi there, Pisces. Thank you so much for tuning in. Hope you guys are having a lovely April. Pisces, right up and out, I see you reading books. I see you reading books. I see you with a stack of books. I see you really consumed by whatever it is that you are investigating, you're researching, you're taking a very close look at, and it's a beautiful time to do that during the Mercury retrograde, of course, right? It's a very mercurial time, but one that is retro, um, um, more of a retrospective sort of nature. Okay, so reviewing, revising, refining the process, the knowledge, and whatever that you feel you need to do that. Right? If you need to get some more books, if you feel that I need a little more information about whatever it is that I'm trying to pursue, the industry that I want to break into, I'm hearing that for some of you, then it will behoove you to do the sort of research that you feel you must. So let's see though what the middle portion of April holds for you. And I just saw a peeking out of the Ten of Wands. So there could be a change of ways, a change of approach that you take as it regards whatever this process is for you, whatever this project is, whatever this process is. It could also be speaking to a change in habits in general. So this Fan of Cards popped out though, and let us see. Oh my goodness, yes. Okay. Okay. You're looking for something. Pisces, you're looking for something. The moon in reverse as your theme. There's something that you're in the process though. You're in the process of uncovering something. Okay. And it's like almost it's like a thorn. It's like a thorn of a investigation. It's like I just gotta figure this thing out. Like I know the answer's there. I know you're there. Okay, hiding between those two trees in the brush. I know I gotta just take my headlamp and find you. But it's that process that's painstaking. I'm feeling you're taking the time to do it though. You're taking the time. You're focused. You're resilient. Right? And if I didn't say this already, this reading pertains to about the 15th to the 31st of April. But of course, energy is fluid, so it may permeate a little before and after that period of time. Nonetheless, right, I feel that during this time you are steadfast, Pisces, in your revelation of whatever this information is. I'm getting information, factual information is key for you. I'm zeroing in on my crystal quartz wand as I say that, and my smoky quartz as well. So this can be spiritual information. I will say that. This can be spiritual information. Much of this revelation could also be internalized, but I'm feeling I am seeing you with a book, a stack of books, rather. So take the time that you need during this Mercury retrograde to review, to refine, to revise. And the more that you learn, the more that you pick up the bits and pieces of knowledge that you feel is somehow related to whatever it is that you're trying to bring about. Okay? Heed that. Okay, heed that. Now, you've been getting this Magician, you've been getting this World card for quite some time, and it's speaking to, Pisces, this magic show that you're going to put on sooner or later, right? We're all waiting. The world is waiting. I believe Scorpio also got similar cards. They've been getting something of a magician-like energy as well. Many signs have been. I'll save that, right? There's this big transformation that is taking place among the zodiac, but nonetheless, Pisces, there's something that you are actively, like you are trying to bring something to manifestation, fruition. You're trying to perfect your craft. I can't even say it fast enough. It's something that you're super solid on. It's like a fast track. It's a one-way road. You know where you're going. You're just wondering, how do I get there? How do I get there? I know the vision. I got the vision, right? But I need to GPS route my way. Okay, but I'm feeling that much of that process is like pretend that you don't have a phone. Like how are you going to do it? You're gonna look at the stars. You're going to watch where the sun sets to gauge, right, your direction, right, your place. There's a certain sense of relativity, a certain aspect of relativity, even to your environment, that I'm feeling is very important for you to heed. Okay, so it's almost like you have no answers. That's what I'm feeling. You have no answers. You have no sort of given direction that is very clear. It's not algorithmic. Whatever you're doing has no blueprint, Pisces. Okay, and I'm not surprised, right? Pisces is very much that sort of eccentric, wild type of a thinker, right? But very creative, dynamic energy. So whatever this is that you're bringing into fruition and manifestation, Pisces, that you're in the process of doing, it really requires of you to dig deeply within your being, to summon a sort of clarity of path. Okay, if I can say it that way, the clearest. So what I'm feeling for you is it's almost like you are in the woods and you have no modern day technology of a compass or a phone, a cell phone. There ain't no service in that mountain terrain, right? So it's like you have to rely on almost your instinctual, intuitive faculties to make it through, to find your way, right? Heed the signposts. So I'm feeling that the more you scale back, even I will say this, the more you scale back to rudimentary ways, knowledge, right? Getting to the root, to the base, to the foundation of whatever it is that you're trying to learn about. Very interesting. As I'm saying that, the moon card is spinning by way of my sleeve, right? It's not that magical yet, but it will be soon. With this magician, it's going to turn up right, and you're going to make all kinds of things swirl, I feel. But the moon is it's like the card is spinning like a compass needle. Okay, so there's some element, Pisces, of direction that I'm feeling is going to only be discovered by way of listening and heeding your personal intuition. Okay, be guided by the moonlight. Be guided by the moonlight, by your intuition. There is no answer. There's no book answer to the direction that you need to take, but you will find your direction by way of researching, by way of, it's like this. It's like the books that you end up reading, right? The books that you choose to read. It's like, listen to your intuition. If you feel that you need to read a certain book, if you feel like you need to learn more about a certain subject, do it. I feel like that's going to clarify your direction, if it makes sense. Okay? I'm a Pisces, so I'm trying to make the best Pisces sense that I can right now. But I'm feeling it for you. I'm feeling it for you, Pisces. What is waiting, what is impending is your magic show. Okay, your magic show, and you're holding all your tricks in your bag, right? Your bunny rabbit's waiting, everything and everyone is waiting. The world is waiting, right? You have an audience, but the time is not quite right yet. You have to feel totally, fully prepared, and to some degree, so too does your environment. Your environment, the circumstance has to be right, and it could just be that Mercury retrograde, Venus retrograde, interim that we're experiencing, right? Whereby it's not the best time to solidify something, to present something totally new, right? It's a time to reflect, introspect, seek the wisdom. And I'm hearing and I'm feeling, make sure, Pisces, that you are completely aligned with whatever it is that you're trying to create. Okay, whatever it is that you're trying to create. It's like you gotta, it's a certain art of some kind where you have to totally embody whatever it is that you're trying to manifest. It's like you and this thing are not separate. It's like there's a merging. So whatever it is that you're bringing into manifestation is very much of you. It's like a birth. It's like a birth. So you have to be mentally, physically, spiritually prepared, aligned with it. That moon card keeps spinning. And make sure that the direction you're going in is guided by your intuition. Make sure that the direction you are going in is, you feel spiritually aligned with the direction. That's what I'm saying. Okay, that's what I'm trying to get at here. Is that it's not about a book answer. It's not about, does my GPS tell me to go north? It's like, if my intuition is telling me to go south, heed that. Okay, of course, right? If you are in the mountains, literally somewhere, Pisces, please, right? Like, don't just go south, but heed your intuition. I feel like, right, obviously it's a general reading and whatnot, and who knows how it will apply to all of you individually, but metaphorically, right? It's like, I'm feeling, especially if this is a project, intuition is going to be your navigating force. Okay. Now, you're withholding in some way. And maybe, right, of course, right, it's like, I'm not gonna, it's almost like tricks in my bag. What? Like, I'm not gonna do any tricks, but you're a fox, right? You're a fox. So, and as a fox, you're really a magician. You're really a leopard. So it's almost like an out of the box, and out of the box, and an out of the box we go. So you're waiting to break out of your own box. That's what I'm feeling, Pisces. You're waiting you're waiting to break out of the box. And you're keeping things under wraps until the time is right, until you feel fully ready to do it, to release it, to pursue it. Okay? The fox and the leopard, it's like they're looking at each other almost. The fox is almost like pretending. The fox like has to pretend like that it doesn't even know that the leopard is there. Right? So that for some of you, your environment, the environment that you're in right now may require of you to somehow, it's like an incognito feeling, okay? Where you're like, I have to somehow conceal my craft, or it's like a surprise. That's also, it's like that kind of feeling, right? It's like throwing a surprise birthday party. I have to totally pretend that I like am even forgetting when your birthday is. Like that I just don't even, I forgot that your birthday was tomorrow. So it's like something like that, okay, where you're totally gonna come out of like nowhere, okay, and have like a rainbow colored Jumanji bunny rabbit in hand, ready to amaze your crowd. So strong energy coming for you, but there is a lot of an undercurrent, right? An undercurrent of preparation that needs to fall into place before you get to that stage, before you go on stage. And until you in yourself, within yourself, you feel totally ready and comfortable for it. So now let's get up to this spread here that fanned out at the very top left-hand corner. You pulled out the Two of Pentacles upright at the very base, overlaid by the Father of Swords in reverse, overlaid by the Son of Cups upright, overlaid by the Death card upright, Death and Son of Cups are making some awkward eye contact here. They're also like two birds. So something interesting is going on here. We will get to that. But overlaying the Death card is the Chariot in reverse. Overlaying the Chariot card is the Hermit in reverse. Overlaying the Hermit is the Six of Cups in reverse. So the Six of Cups is the overarching energy and theme of that subspread. But which I will say is rather the apex, actually, because it's a lot of cards. It's the top left-hand corner, and it's above this sort of pending energy. But this is also pending energy. I will say that as well. There's a lot of reversals. There's a lot of a desire and need to strike balance, even as it regards, right, there's this, I will say this, there's this interplay, there's a lot of thoughts, Pisces, there's a lot, if you could tell, there's a lot of energy that's going on for you. I'm feeling, there's an electricity to this. In the second half of April, you may be feeling on fire, wired, like Einstein up at night, okay, in the lab, like, I don't even know doing what, right? Like, it's like no one knows what you're doing, Pisces. Yeah, do you even know what you're doing? Like, it's that kind of thing. You're like, I don't even know what I'm doing, but I'm just doing something really cool. I know that I'm being guided, right? To a place that is just magical, mystical. The things I discover are going to unlock a world that no one has known before me. Okay, I'm going to almost pave a new, this card keeps spinning. I'm going to pave a new direction, a new path. I'm going to illuminate a path that no one has ever walked down and along before. You're doing something revolutionary, I'm feeling. Something anomalous. Okay, again, no blueprint. No blueprint. It's almost like archaeological, like you are uncovering ruins, remains, right? You're like brushing off the dirt on this patch of forest, right? And beneath that you find this yellow brick road or something really cool like that. Okay, something like I'm feeling so cool. And this moon card is just going kind of wacko here tonight. And it, sorry guys, got a lot of hair. And it just flew on the ground there. So something about this, okay, moon energy, it's like unpredictable. It's unpredictable, and yet it's like, what I feel is like what you're doing, this is what you're doing, Pisces. You are in control of the lack of control. You are gaining a feel for the unknown. Okay, you are getting a grip, getting a hold on what you don't know in a way where you feel, I understand the unknown better. This is going really deep, Pisces, okay, but I feel that for a number of you, this is going to apply and you will understand what I'm saying, okay, but there's something you're uncovering about something that is just, I feel a lot of people don't know about as well. And it's almost like by way of your close research and introspection, you're going to find the way. Okay. It may require of you calculation and guesswork as well. I'm feeling that and I'm hearing that. Now, going back to it, okay. Got a little tangential there, but we were going to say, right, that there is this interplay between earth and water. Practicality, tangibility, feasibility, and the creative process, okay, intuition. So again, it's that gauging of direction, trying to find direction through the fog, through the mist, through the darkness, trying to find our way, trying to make sense of what is otherwise unknown, mysterious. So it's this bringing together of these two even approaches, these two halves of the process, whatever it is. It requires of you to establish some sort of foundation and regimented structure, while at the same time, implementing and infiltrating the process in a way that's very intuitive. So it's this interesting fusion between dynamic, spontaneous sort of energy and approach, and that which is structured, that which is scalable for the long term. And it could be speaking to the financial parameters of whatever this project is. Like, how am I going to sustain this? How is it going to sustain itself, whatever this process is that I'm creating? Okay. Pisces. Overlaying the Two of Pentacles is the Father of Swords in reverse. And I will say this, right? Look at it's very interesting. There's this interplay of a palette of colors that we're seeing in this sub spread that popped out. And it's that which you see on the band that interlaces the Two of Pentacles on the butterfly. Right? It's the same color theme as that which we see on the sword of the Father of Swords. And it's also the same that we see in this cup. I'm not sure if you can see it because of that really bright light, but right in this cup of the Son of Cups. It's a very colorful, it's almost like a potpourri of color. And it's the same palette of color that we see at the root, the base of this tree, which is in reverse. Okay, so you're taking a good close look, Pisces, at what this tree is that you want to build. How do I want to water it? How do I want to fertilize the ground, the soil that I build this world on? How is my personal contribution going to fit into the whole thing? How, right, in what capacity do I want to even be involved? The give and the take, right? The Six of Cups. You're definitely building something. There's something that you're contributing to. So the question is, how am I going to even give of myself in a way that allows me to still maintain my personal balance? Okay. And I will also say this, that is long-term scalable. That is conducive for the long-term growth of whatever this is that I'm cultivating. And so, but there's this line, this interlacing of almost like of energy of what is the word? What I'm hearing is innovation. I'm feeling innovation. Innovation is very, very important in this process. But there's this feeling, Pisces, of association. There being some sort of associative connection between your ability to stabilize whatever it is that you're trying to creatively contribute to and bring about, and the strategy that you're taking. I'm feeling that strategy is very important here, but it's an innovative strategy that is needed by you. And again, no blueprint. It's not like how do people do this? It's like no one has done this. So Pisces, I feel that the ability to stabilize whatever this process is greatly interlinked with the strategy that's set in place that takes into consideration your creative contribution. So if that makes sense, it's like it's all tied together. And I feel it's because you are front and center in whatever it is that this is that you're bringing about. It's you. You're going into this. You are the fabric of whatever you're creating in a way. And so it's like all of your being, right, has to be in check. All of your being has to be aboard the train, so to speak, and working together, harmonizing. Okay, like it's every wheel, right? Think of it like all of your elements are like the four wheels of this train that needs to go choo-choo. And so they all need to, right, grind in the same sort of rhythm and synchrony. So this is a matter, I feel, of you getting in balance of yourself, you understanding, right? It's like all-inclusive. Okay, how do I want to structure it? How do I want to strategize it? That requires how I'm going to creatively contribute to it. How am I going to contribute to it in totality? How am I going to literally, personally be involved in the process? But an innovative approach, I'm feeling, and an all-inclusive approach is going to be important. Consider, I'm being heated to say this, consider all of what goes into this and all of what requires you to contribute to it. Think about, right? Think about how you are going to be balanced in this. You yourself, how you're going to be balanced in the whole process. Think about what is this process going to even require of me, right? Six of Cups. What am I going to need? What is it going to require? What is it going to require of me? I'm getting this feeling of like, just make sure that however you strategize this, however you lay the groundwork for this new beginning, is set up in such a way where you are not going to be worn out. That's what I'm feeling, Pisces. It's like, make sure that whatever this is, it's viable for the long term. Strategy is very important, very, very important, and you want to take a very close look. But I guess, again, I'm feeling here, Pisces, that intuition is a driving force in this. But at the same time, right? At the same time, it's the balance of it all, and yet, yes, it is the balance, right? With the Magician. So whatever you're creating is a dance of balance, okay? And so in the process of creating it, right? It's about balance. So if that makes sense, right? When you're creating what you're creating, think about the nature of what you want to create, and I feel that will somehow mimic the process or the strategy by which, or the nature and the approach that you are to take in bringing it into manifestation, fruition. I'm feeling for some of you that may apply, right? That reflective sort of rapport. Okay, but here we go, right? This is what I want to say, Pisces, that facts, learning, right, is going to be research, research the industry. That's going to be very insightful for you. It's going to feed your exploration, okay, of truth here. Now, Death, right, is looking straight over at the Son of Cups. I feel that there is this dichotomy going on, okay, where it's like, you feel like, okay, I gotta balance all my elements. I gotta balance my approach. I have to think about the finances. I have to think about the creative process. I have to think about the strategy, the facts, right? How am I going to actually intellectualize, rationalize the steps that lead to whatever this fruition is? And so you have to play a lot of parts, right? It's a symphony, right? It's an orchestration of your energetic contribution to creation of this, whatever this is. And so I feel that you feel very comfortable with the creative part of it. Okay. But I feel that that's not enough, right? You can't just like ride out solo, like just thinking about, right, the dream, the vision, giving of yourself completely. Like, I'm ready to just pour the watercolors on, right? To just nourish and nurture this tree. It's like you're being heated to make sure that before you sail out with that creative process, that the strategy behind it, that the financial stability, that the practicality, the basis, the foundation of it is conducive, right, to carrying out this creative process in such a way that's going to be sustained into the long term, okay? And there needs to be some sort of great transformation. Even I'm feeling there's a standstill, right? Death is looking straight over the Son of Cups. The Son of Cups is almost like the representative of these two other energies, of the Father of Swords in reverse and the Son of and the Two of Pentacles upright. And behind the Death card is the Chariot in reverse, the Hermit in reverse, and the Six of Cups in reverse. So, let me tune in here, Pisces, 1 second. This is what I feel for you. There needs to be a maturation. You need to get to a certain point at which you feel comfortable and stable with how you're going to structure this and the interplay between creative drive and contribution, strategy, facts, a certain regimented way of implementing the creativity, and the financial parameters. I feel that this needs to be really solid, really mature almost, so to speak, before you can step into the freescape, the release, the charging forward, the motion and the movement. Okay, but, right, it's like there's a maturity, there's a standstill, almost like a standoff, right, that's happening here between the Son of Cups and Death. So it's almost like Death is like, you got to go through me before you can get to them. Right? It's like, if you want to deal with them, you got to deal with me. So there's also a certain element of needing to transform, needing to almost wisen up, mature your process, the approach that you're taking. Okay, and you got to feel really confident with it, right? To the point where you're like, I'm ready for this transformation. I'm ready to synthesize everything, all of the information that I have accumulated, Hermit in reverse. And I feel stable within myself. I feel like I now know what path I am to move down and along. I feel stable moving down that path, right? 1 Pentacle, Moon, it's a water card, Sun in the back. You got all kind of elements here, but there's balance. Okay, so there's the pursuit of path. And I feel it's like speaking to the Moon card of the clarity of path that we find through the darkness by way of us feeling stable and secure within ourselves, within our strategy, within the means by which we approach this process as a whole. Okay, so Pisces, major transformation underway. I cannot wait to see how these energies play out for you at the full moon that is coming up on the 11th of April. So stay tuned for that video. I'll have it out in a few days. And until then, heed your intuition strongly, Pisces. Meditate. I feel that that's going to be absolutely paramount to this this navigating, right, through what is unknown. Okay, because a lot of this information, a lot of this knowing and this understanding is going to come from within. It's an internalized process, right? But it's ironic in a way because it's making sense. It's trying to make sense of the externalization of whatever this truth is. Okay, so enjoy April, Pisces. And I highly recommend you to check out your ascendant, rising, or moon sign, as well as oftentimes those will lead you to further insights into your situation. I know that I resonate a lot with my moon, even more than my sun, so feel free to tune in to those as well. If you don't know your signs, you can click the link below in the description box that I provide, and that will provide you with a calculation of your signs. All right? Thank you so much again for tuning in, Pisces. Thank you so much, all of you, for your likes, your comments, your subscriptions. I am always happy to connect with you guys. So I appreciate it, the light and the love from you all. And I hope that April treats you very well. I'll talk to you guys soon.